The casket the streets of people that he was acquainted with, people that he knew, and some of them who shared trenches with him. So the streets were chosen with a purpose, and these are the streets that he was taken through.
It was also absolutely precious to see Namibians line up along those roads to say goodbye to their president. Some of them incredibly emotional, some of them overcome with sadness, some of them waving their flags.
Yes, they came out in their thousands to bid him farewell.
And we do know that yesterday, of course, was a public holiday for the schools, and we saw a number of school pupils, some of them dressed in school uniform, also lining up to say goodbye to their president.
Yes, in fact, yesterday was a school holiday, so learners and young students didn't go to school yesterday, so they were able and encouraged to come out and bid a farewell to their president.
Not a single person may be left out, as per his mantra. He was the people's president, he was everyone's president, whether you're young or old. Many elderly also lining the streets to bid their president farewell. Casket being placed on the stand, from where it will be taken to where it will stand during the proceedings, and most probably where it will remain, as it will lie in state during the course of the night until tomorrow, when the remains will be taken to Eurus Acre, where they will be interred for his final resting place.
If you've just joined us, welcome to this special tribute broadcast for the late president of Namibia, President Hage Geingob, coming to you from Windhoek's Independence Stadium, where the memorial service is just about to get underway very, very shortly. There have been several foreign heads of state and government who are already here. They will also be giving their tributes. The family is also here. The chief mourner being President Mbumba Nangolo has already made his way here, as well as the widow and the children.
And we see that First Lady, Madam Siski Mbumba, walking alongside Madam Monica Kengos, right behind the chief mourner. Ambassador Leonard Ipumbu, Chief of Protocol, making sure that all protocols are followed as the coffin is moved to where it will be positioned for the memorial service. The pallbearers are also still alongside the procession. Everyone at the stadium, of course, standing at the moment as a sign, as a symbol of respect. The commitment remains to give the late Dr. Hage Geingob a very dignified send-off. And so far, we have to acknowledge that Namibians have been pulling in the same direction as they honor, as they pay tribute, as they pay homage to their late president. There's also a large delegation of international media present in the country.
Yes, yes, indeed. Especially those that have accompanied their leaders and their heads of state. However, I think it's worth noting that only the NBC will be allowed to carry the signal. So all other stations, television stations, etc., if they want the proceedings, they will have to get it through the NBC.
And the NBC will make it available, provided that all copyrights remain intact and are adhered to.
Yes, yes, indeed. In fact, the NBC is to be commended because they have put a massive. This is the former First Lady, Monica Geingob. As I was saying, the NBC is really to be commended because they've pulled off an incredible operation, which has gone very smoothly so far, and honestly on a par with international standards, on a par with the best of them out there.
I have to concur with you.
Yes.
The founding president, next to what we see on screen, the First Lady, Madam Siski Mbumba.
Founding father. The civilian pallbearers will now take their place. One of them is Venani, McHenry Venani, who is the leader of the official opposition. And he considered President Geingob as his older brother. And of course, Alpheus Naruseb, and the son of Dr. Geingob, Mangaliso.
The Vice President.
Yes, and the Vice President.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Vice
John
Prime
Botora.
Minister. Yeah, John Botora.
Yes, as well as Alpheus Naruseb.
And retired politician Ben Amatila is also, of course, one of the pallbearers.
Yes. Who was also, Ben Amatila was also part of the Constituent Assembly together with Dr. Geingob. And this is the president of Ethiopia, just arriving on your screens now.
You may please take your seats. I would like to acknowledge the arrival of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Mozambique. You are welcome, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, President of the Republic of Namibia and Chief Mourner, and Madam Seski Mbumba, the First Lady. Madam Monica Geingob, the widow of our late President, the children, and the entire bereaved family. Your Excellency, Dr. Sam Nujoma, founding President and father of the Namibian nation, and the former First Lady, Kukukovambo Nujoma. Your Excellency, Dr. Hifikepunye Pohamba, second President of the Republic of Namibia, and Madam Pohamba. Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government. Your Excellency, Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwa, Vice President of the Republic of Namibia, and Lieutenant Retired General Ndaitwa. Honorable Professor Peter Kachavivi, Speaker of the National Assembly. Honorable Lucas Sinimbo Muha, Chairperson of the National Council, and Madam Muha. Your Lordship Peter Shivute, Chief Justice, and Judge Shivute. Honorable John Mutorwa, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works and Transport, and Madam Mutorwa. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Sophia Shaningwa, Secretary General of the SWAPO Party, Honorable McHenry Venani, Leader of the Official Opposition, and Madam Venani, veterans of the National Liberation Struggle, Honorable Laura McLeod Kashirwa, Governor of the Commerce Region, and all other governors present here, Your Worship Queen Kamati, Mayor of the City of Windhoek, and all other mayors present here, Chief Emmanuel Gaseb, Chairperson of the Council of Traditional Leaders, and other traditional leaders present, distinguished service chiefs, Bishop Emeritus Dr. Zephania Kameta, retired Reverend Bishop, and other members of the clergy, fellow Namibians, I extend greetings to you all. May I, before I proceed with the statement, recognize the arrival of His Excellency, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. You are welcome, Your Excellency. I understand Her Excellency, the President of Ethiopia, also arrived, and we warmly welcome her. Welcome, Your Excellency. On the 4th of February 2024, Namibia woke up to the very sad news of the passing on of our President, His Excellency Dr. Hage Geingob. Since then, the Namibian nation has been grappling with the tremendous pain and sorrow that followed the sudden departure of our President. The shock of Dr. Geingob's sudden passing reverberated across the world, generating an outpouring of messages of sympathy and expressions of acknowledgement of the outstanding performance of the work of Dr. Geingob in the various capacities that he has served, not only here at home, but regionally, continentally, and also globally. Today, as we move closer to taking our departed President to his final resting place, we are comforted by the large outturn of mourners from across our country and the globe who have joined us to memorialize him one last time before we escort him to his final resting place tomorrow. I would like to recognize recognize and appreciate the presence of heads of state and government, leaders of international organizations, and individuals from outside Namibia who are here today, as well as the messages of condolences and other support provided to us during this difficult period of mourning our departed president. Your support has been a source of strength to us. The late Dr. Hage Geingob's leadership was shaped by and during the struggle for our nation's independence, which he joined at a youthful age, and to which he dedicated his full youth. The leadership of SWAPO as a national liberation movement spotted the exceptional leadership qualities and his passion for serving his people, and so they mentored him, entrusting him with different important responsibilities, all of which he discharged with diligence and commitment. His tasks ranged from representing SWAPO of Namibia at the United Nations to mobilize international support for our struggle for national independence, heading the United Nations Institute for Namibia in Lusaka, Zambia, where Namibian future leaders and administrators were being molded in preparations for self-governance after independence, leading the first SWAPO delegation from exile to come to Namibia to participate in the UN-supervised elections that led to our independence, being the director of elections for SWAPO, chairing the Constituent Assembly that authored our Constitution, and being the founding Prime Minister, and then our third President, a task which he performed until the 4th of February 2024, when death robbed him from us. Dr. Geingob built on the foundation set by the founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, who is with us here, and the second president, Dr. Hifikepunye Pohamba, also with us here, who are his mentors and predecessors, both at the party and at the government. It is appropriate at this time, therefore, to applaud their excellencies Dr. Sam Nujoma, founding president and father of the Namibian nation, and Dr. Hifikepunye Pohamba, the second president, who mentored the late Dr. Hage Geingob into these roles and entrusted him with responsibilities that developed his talents, enabling him to become the effective, passionate leader that he was. Although we are deeply saddened by the passing of Dr. Geingob, we are comforted by the knowledge that his legacy will continue and will be a source of inspiration for us to continue to strive towards the destination of a prosperous and inclusive Namibia that respects the rule of law, democracy, and peaceful coexistence with other nations around the world, values that he cherished. The words of Bill Gates that, and I quote, "As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others," close quote, best describe Dr. Hage Geingob's belief in talent utilization and his strong pursuit for strong systems, processes, and institutions as pillars of a strong Namibian house. Your Excellencies, fellow Namibians, today, as we bid farewell to Dr. Hage Geingob, it is befitting that we taking a back seat and for supporting him in all his public duties. And we extend to them heartfelt sympathies and condolences once more. My name is Sarah Kugongerwa Amadira, Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, and shall serve as Director of Ceremonies, assisted by Honorable Franz Kapofi, the Minister of Defense and Veterans Affairs. Your Excellency, Dr. Nangolo Mbuba, President of the Republic of Namibia, and Chief Mourner and Madam Bumba, Your Excellency, Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwa, Your Excellencies, the founding president and the second president, Madam Monica Geingob, the widow of our departed president, the children and the family. Since the news of the passing on of our beloved president, Dr. Hage Geingob, as a nation, we have received several visits and messages to console the family and the nation. At this juncture, allow me to acknowledge with appreciation the following dignitaries who have joined us in celebrating the life of our departed president and to memorialize him. They are as follows. They come from the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, the People's Republic of China, the Republic of the Congo, Côte d'Ivoire, the Republic of Cuba, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, the Republic of Eswatini, the Kingdom of Eswatini, France, the State of Kuwait, the Republic of Madagascar, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Portugal, Qatar, the Republic of Rwanda, the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, the Republic of Senegal, the Republic of Serbia, the Kingdom of Spain, the Republic of Uganda, the United Kingdom, United States of America, the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, and countries that are represented at ambassadorial levels, as well as international organizations include the Commonwealth of Australia, the Federal State of Austria, the People's Republic of Bangladesh, the Kingdom of Belgium, the Federative Republic of Brazil, Canada, the Republic of Ireland, the Republic of Korea, the Republic of Liberia, Republic of Mauritius, the Kingdom of Morocco, the Kingdom of Norway, the Palestine State, the Republic of Seychelles, the Republic of Singapore, the Kingdom of Sweden, the Kingdom of Thailand, the Republic of Turkey, the Ukraine, the United Arab Emirates. The heads of the international and regional organizations include the head of the African Union Commission, the Secretary General of the UN, the Southern African Development Community, SADC, the head of the Commonwealth, and other international and regional organizations, which include the African Peer Review Mechanism, the International Organization for Migration, SADC Elimination Aid, SADC Parliamentary Forum, SADC Mission in Mozambique, and United Nations World Tourism Organization. We appreciate very much your presence to condole with us and to celebrate the life of our departed president. And we appreciate all your support. Having said that, yes, thank you. I am reminded that I excluded on the list, it is omitted, the Federal Republic of Germany, the Republic Now, I would like to go to the next item, which is the devotion by Bishop Emeritus Dr. Zephania Kameta, Evangelical Lutheran Church.
Grace unto you, sisters and brothers, and consolation and the wiping of the tears from their eyes, and peace from the one who was, who is now here, and who is to come. Amen. The crying Namibia and the whole world. I want to read for you the second letter of St. Paul (6 and 7), and it reads as follows: For I am already being poured out like a drink of the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have kept the faith. And now there is judge will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have lost power. And not only in this hour, but always. Touch us. These were the last words of St. Paul. Departure, he was executed by the Roman Empire. And he is saying, what I'm saying now but it is for all those who believed in our Lord Jesus Christ through dear sisters and brothers gathered here. Why I am using of the soil who is laying here. He fought the good fight of faith for the liberation of Namibia. For unity in Namibia. And not only for Namibia, as we are seeing this afternoon, but not just like that, but he fought this good fight against slavery, which was rampant in this country, against oppression, it's very much surprising that we are hearing it again in 2024. He fought against apartheid, tribalism, and violence. Derived from the son of the soil. We are walking around with our heads up on what he was preparing. It into the present and the future, especially oppression, division, apartheid, and tribalism, and violence. Son of the soil, Hage Geingob, finished the race. Not on a smooth, athletic track, as it is here. The road was full of songs. Through fire. And he was running and he didn't quit. He never quit. He didn't waver. Committed church member. But in that, he embraced all people, all the faith. Or a Namibian house. in which no one will feel or experience being left. Recognizing our differences. We have differences. We speak different languages. We look different from each other. And there's a garden of flowers. And if the flowers are only red in the garden, it won't look so beautiful. But red, yellow, white, and live in unity and peace. Why? For development and prosperity. Was not only for Namibia, but for the whole world. And especially these days and this time, instead of talking of one family, of the one house called planet Earth, it's shocking. In your own country, dear sisters and brothers, we are now left behind with a memory. Beautiful memory, which is more valuable than the wealth of this world. And this memory, sisters and brothers, pulling together in the same direction, not in different directions. And no one should feel left out. This but it should be a memory, sisters and brothers, your excellencies, which must be put in action, in concrete deeds. Here in Namibia, Hage Geingob, rest in eternal peace. And his inspiring memory console all of us. And now, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship and unity of the Holy Spirit
of the National Assembly to present the eulogy of the late President Hage Geingob. Professor.
Mbumba, Madam Mbumba, our beloved Madam Monica Geingob, children, and the Berry family, Your Excellencies, dignitaries, distinguished leaders in your various capacities, fellow mourners, brothers and sisters. My duty this work and his commitment to our common humanity. Following the 6th national democratic elections held in 2014, His Excellency Dr. Hage Geingob of our Republic. In 2019, during the 7th National Assembly and presidential elections, President Hage Geingob was re-elected following his elections at the 6th SWAPO Party Ordinary Congress in November 2017. At the 7th Ordinary Congress, as President of the Republic of Namibia from 2015 to 2024, Dr. Geingob led Namibia during a difficult period 2014. Severe droughts between 2014 to 2019, recorded to have been the worst in the history of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, Hage Geingob was born on the 3rd of August, 1994. In the district of Grootfontein, in the Shovanjipa region. Hage Geingob began his schooling in Otavi in the year 1948. In 1950, college, Hage actively engaged in student activism. This led to his involvement in the strike against unfair treatment of students, the students of that time. His teacher's training, after which he started teaching in Sumep. It was in Sumep where he started partaking in SWAPO activities and officially joined SWAPO. Then Southwest Africa into exile, transiting through Botswana, joining other freedom fighters, particularly at that time from South Africa, from Mozambique, from Angola, and of course from Namibia here. In Sasha, in the DRC, the Congo, and was eventually offered a scholarship to go to the United States of America, where he enrolled at Temple University in Philadelphia. While in the United States, as a freedom fighter and a petitioner at the United Nations. Dr. Geingob obtained a BA in political science from Fordham University in New York in 1970. In 1997, the University of Namibia had the honor to award him an honorary doctorate of laws. Eventually he obtained state formation in Namibia, promoting democracy and good governance. In 2015, Dr. Geingob received from his alma mater, Fordham University, an honorary degree in different areas of human endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Geingob is also a recipient of the Order of Joseph Marti Award for his exceptional In 1966, the United Nations assumed direct responsibility and subsequently established a nationhood program for Namibia that included the setting up of the United Nations team as a political affairs officer. Dr. Geingob was appointed a director of that institution in Lusaka from 1975, and he served until 1989. Civil service of an independent Namibia. In 1989, he was chosen by the leadership of SWAPO to lead a cohort of senior SWAPO leaders that was conducted by the United Nations and supervised by our dear Marti Atisari. Following the successful United Nations supervised election in 1989, of the Constituent Assembly, the body that was responsible for drafting the Constitution for an independent Namibia. At the independence on the 21st of March 1990, in favor of inclusive public service geared towards serving the interests of all Namibians, regardless of color or place of origin, but for the sake of molding a united country. Dr. Geingob in 2005, Dr. Geingob returned to active politics and served as a chief whip of the SWAPO party in the National Assembly, and was a chairperson of the Parliamentary Study Committee on Economics and Public appointed in 2008 as a Minister of Trade and Industry. As a minister, Dr. Geingob spearheaded the assistance of small and medium enterprises through the Equipment Aid Scheme, the industry at the SWAPO Party Congress. In 2012, Dr. Geingob was re-elected as a vice president of SWAPO Party, following which he was reappointed as a prime minister in Dr. Geingob was, along with his colleagues, was a major player in various regional, continental, and international forums. His presence and contribution was democratic organ of politics, defense and security cooperation. He was also actively involved in the work of the African Union, contributing to ensuring peace and stability across the development, peace, and security. He was a passionate member of the African Union Committee as one of the 10 heads of state calling for reforms of the nations. A fervent defender of unity of the Namibian people. His themes are inclusivity spells harmony, exclusivity spells conflict. A prominent of the partnership in government and enhance transparency and accountability in the public service. President Geingob led the creation of the government, spare no effort in speaking out in favor of a free press and advocating the ability that we should be open to each other. And in politics, there is always a give and take. Concerned with the stated objective of strengthening effective governance architecture, the social progression of vulnerable and economic infrastructure advancement for Namibia. Fund to ensure sustainable development for generations to come. All that having in mind a peaceful Namibia, a developed heal the wounds and make sure that we proceed as a united country. His Excellency, Dr. Hage Geingob, is survived by his dear wife, Monica Geingob, 8 children. The son of Namibia, we will forever miss you and will always remember you. Rest in peace.
Now we proceed to the next item, which is the performance by the Namibian Defence Force Military Band. Thank you very much, Namibian Defence Force Military Band. And now we move to tributes. And I would like to invite Mrs. Ndita Nipondoka Robiati to deliver a statement on behalf of the children and the grandchildren. Ms. Robiati.
Honorable Right Prime Minister Sarah Kuongela Madira, thank you so much for this opportunity. Directors of proceedings, may I kindly request that the children join me on the podium as I read this tribute on their behalf. So if Mangaliso, Nangula, Oshoveli, Dankos, Hage Jr., Helmut, Nino, Kayla, Naomi, and Jackson. Baby Lucas won't be able to join us.
She wants us here.
We won't fit. Yeah, we won't fit. Our beloved Monica Gengos, affectionately known as our Mama Bear, Your Excellency Nangolo Mbumba, our cherished and beloved Chief Mona, President of the Republic of Namibia, Madam Seski Mbumba, His Excellency President Sam Nujoma, our founding father, and Madam Nujoma, His Excellency, our second President, Ngifikepunye Pohamba, and Madam Pohamba, heads of states and governments present here and your representatives, Her Excellency, the Vice President, Madam Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwa, dear mourners, directors of proceedings, kindly allow me to stand by the protocol observed for the sake of brevity. I shall now deliver this message on behalf of the children and the grandchildren, whom I have already called to the stage and I have already called by name. Our father was indeed a father in our nation. As his children and grandchildren, we understand that our father wore the heaviest of mantles, and so we tried our best to be his support system, to step back and allow others who wanted pieces of him to have their way, to resolve our problems without burdening him, and to not stress him out with our issues. The irony is that he was always stressed over our issues. Have we eaten? Are we sorted? Are we comfortable? It never ceased to amaze us how he always found the time and energy to ever be present for us. He fathered an entire nation with the same love and concern. Have all the children of Namibia eaten? Is the nation sorted? Are businessmen and women given every opportunity to succeed? Is government doing its best and its part effectively and efficiently? Are the women, men, and children of Namibia comfortable in terms of their dwelling? Are they safe? Are they respected, recognized, and included? And whenever the answer was that not all Namibians have this, our father applied his whole golden big heart, his brilliant mind, and his passionate soul to stressing over the lives and livelihoods of the Namibian children. Our father was a father figure to many. We were raised alongside several siblings, many of whom are here today. In fact, multitudes of which are here today. And thank you so much for accompanying us. In the vast tapestry of existence, where such thread weaves its own narrative, our father's story was one of resilience, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. He was a beacon of hope and a testament to the belief that from the humblest of beginnings, greatness can emerge. Our father was a man of principle, embodying the virtues of honesty, integrity, and respect. He navigated the complexities of life with a steadfast moral compass, always guided by the light of truth and the strength of his convictions. His life was a masterclass in the art of living purposefully, a symphony of actions driven by love, duty, and an unshakable belief in the potentiality of humanity. He was not merely a participant in the unfolding story of our nation. He was a visionary architect, dreaming of a future where dignity, prosperity, and unity were not just ideals, but realities for all. Our Namibian house. His vision was not confined to the corridors of power, but extended into the hearts and the homes of those he served with such devotion, our Namibian house. Our father's approach to life was characterized by a remarkable balance of strength and gentleness. His resilience was not born of rigidity, but of a profound understanding of the human condition. He knew the value of hard work, the importance of dreams, and the indispensable nature of truth and brevity, a true son of the soil. In the quiet moments, in the spaces between the demands of leadership, he was a family man at his core. His love for us, his children, was boundless, his guidance unwavering, and his support unconditional. Today, as we celebrate his life and honor his memory, we pledge to carry forward the torch of his legacy. We will strive to live by his principles, to embody the virtues he held dear, and to continue his work of building a future that reflects the beauty of his dreams. Our dad was more than a leader. He was a source of light in a world that often feels overshadowed by the clouds of despair. In his memory, let us all be bearers of that light, champions of the values he cherished, and architects of the world he believed we could create together. In closing, we find solace in the belief that while his journey on this earth has ended, his spirit continues to guide us. His lessons continue to inspire us, and his love continues to embrace us. We are eternally grateful for the privilege of calling him Dad, Papa, Opa, And we take comfort in knowing that his legacy will forever be a beacon of hope, guiding us toward a brighter, more united future. Thank you, Dad, for everything. Your memory will forever be a treasure in our hearts, a reminder of the power of love, the importance of principle, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. Dad, we will miss you so much. Mangaliso will miss those late-night phone calls. Helmut will miss the way you truly understood and listened to him. Nangula will miss your vibrant discussions on politics and campaign trails. Naomi will miss cooking for her papa. Oshoveli and Jackson will miss your sports banter and passionate debates. Dangos will miss rubbing your feet after a hard day at work and sharing your personal, special handshake. Nino will miss being your top guy. Kayla will